Alright, so in this series, I'm going to be showing you the rhythm aspect of the first video. For those who have downloaded it, who have purchased the first series. Alright, so this one is just going to be a set of rhythms that you can play and basically how you can create your own also, so that you don't really need to wait for anybody to, create something for you before you play. That's the major, that's the reason for the tutorial. Alright guys, to play Nigerian life, okay, there are certain things you need to know, and one of the first things is the chord in which I've done in the first video. And this time around I'm going to be talking about the rhythm aspect. So the rhythm aspect, you can either make it, there's something we call tenor when you want to play Nigerian life, you play at the upper parts of your guitar here, and you kind of, make it sound constant. It has to be constant. Like you create something. So you create something very constant, and though you can do variations at some point, but you make sure it's constant to some extent. Let's say so you just keep repeating it. Okay, for example, you have your beats like this. So that's what we call tenor in Nigeria life. So I'm going to be doing like 4 or 5 that you can make use of anytime you are playing this particular progression. That is do la. So we've done series of this in the first video, so you can always revert back to that. Okay. That's the do mi do re fa fa re so ti do mi do re fa re so ti do mi do re fa re so ti. So that is do mi do re fa re so ti do mi do re fa re so ti. So there's a popular one also you can play, and that is so that one is also one of the popular one that you want to play. It's always sweet, when they're singing those Orlando groove. So another one, it will be always related to each other, but there are some, little difference. So that's another one. one now I used to play. And I'll do something, do something, do something, do. But for the level, so pretty so. Do something, do something, do something, do. But the level, so pretty so. Do something, do something, do something, do. But the level, so pretty so. Okay. Do something, do something, do something, do. But the level, so pretty so. Do something, do something, do something, do. But the level, so pretty so. So that's like three now, Abby. Okay, let's try and make use of it so that we can know. The first one now we have it as then you have so that's another one. So you can always create along the line, so you don't have to make it, or you have to make sure that it's constant at some point. It's very necessary that it's constant because it's create a kind of background for the music. So you don't want to miss that aspect. It has to be constant. This I do. It's not as if we cannot change the location. Sometimes we can move to where you have your fourth string, but it's majorly sweet on the fifth string and fourth string. So mind you, you can't play tenor on this third string. Anything you are playing here is not tenor anymore. So you can't call this one tenor because it's quite different from the string. It is the string that makes it even sound tenor. Okay, so it's either you play it on number 6 string play strings whenever you're playing. So that's how to play a tenor. So that's just a glimpse on how to play tenor. So you can play as many as possible on this progression as well, and make sure you practice very well. So I'm going to go to the rhythm aspect now, which is more interesting now. Alright, so for example, you have your groove going. Alright, you can have okay. Alright, that is so mi do fa mi re do la so fa la do fa. Alright, so mi do fa mi re do la so fa la do fa. I'm on key C, right? So that is just 1, 6, 4, 5. That's progression. So you're gonna have so mi do fa mi re do la so fa la do fa. It's just you always have to know where your chord is, okay? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So mi, do, fa, mi, re, do, la, so, then fa, la, do, fa. So I'm holding the arpeggio of fa chord, fa, la, do, fa, do, do. So fa, la, do, fa, do, do, fa, di, di, da, da, do, fa, di, di, ba, da, do, fa, di, di, ba. So that's what I have here. But it's a bit kind of fast, so you need to learn to hold it fast. So slowly. Again. So mi do fa mi re do la so fa la do fa. For the last time now. So mi do fa mi re do la so fa la do fa do la so ti re sa re ti. So even that arpeggio alone is something, okay? So that's the first one. All right, let's do another one. Okay, then you can have Alright, that is one of the ones I learned when I was just coming up also. So re mi do re mi do fa. So most of those rhythm will always revolve around re do la so fa. So it's a kind of movement that you have to master. Do re mi do re mi do la so fa. So do re mi is the slot. Do re mi, do re. So you make sure you watch the left, right hand. So do re mi do la so la so la so. So you can do it like that. La so la so this time around I'm starting from the last string. La ba do, da ba do, da da. So like after so we always make use of arpeggio whenever we're playing too. So let me just teach you what is very important now. You need the first first two grooves that will serve and cover the progression for do, la. So but when you get to fa, you can always do a kind of arpeggio on the chord. And when you get the sol, you can also do an arpeggio. So You don't really need to worry yourself much about the fa and so you need to worry more about the do, la, so which you can always create anything. So from the first one you see you have you just need a single chord. Like this is the chord. So then this one can do for the la. Shake it. So the second one, this one is making the chord. Shake it. Then is for the la. Shake it. So that's how it go, okay? So I've given you two now, so let's proceed again. Alright, this is just making use of your harmony, which is mi sa re fa do mi fa la mi sa re fa ti re. So you have to get familiar with that as well, because we make use of it a lot. Like, so you have to get familiar with that. So we have do mi re fa mi so fa la so ti la do ti re do mi. So you can also proceed re fa mi so fa la pi ti re fa do mi ti re la do so ti fa la mi so re fa do mi. Mi sa re fa do mi fa la pi ta re fa ti re. That is mi sa re fa do mi fa la mi sa re fa ti re. Again, mi sa re fa do mi fa la mi sa re fa ti re. Here you can always have as many as possible. For example, you can so you can always create multiple of this type, multiple. You can even start. So I love it so much. Try to create a kind of if you have been doing a series of so it tries to create a different section of the reading. Okay, you just put it once in a while to create a different tension within the music. So we have I love this a lot. There's a way you see your plectrum and you see your finger, this finger. That's what you use sometimes. You make use of the two of them, like so. Or you can play it once. Alright, let me show you how you. The strumming is also very important. No, it has different timing. So whichever time you want to choose, you have to learn to strum it. Slow down. And the note here is do, mi, then, re, fa, mi, so. That's do, mi, then, re, mi. Your la is la, do, okay. La, do, then, ti, re. Do, 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 then I did something like alright, this is like fourths. You're holding your fourth notes together. That's re and so. It's also harmony. Okay, I've taught harmony in one of my YouTube videos. You can go and search for it. So this is re so. So I'm always playing this, but there are times that I'm replacing re with me, but I'm not removing my hand from re. There are times I am replacing re with me, but I'm not removing my hand. Okay, I'm just doing re. Do you hear how that sounds? So I'm strumming the two together, but at the end, mi is sounding okay. So that's how, So the higher one we have to start from the second string. That is do. You locate your do on the second string. Okay. Alright. It can be very complicated, so but I'm gonna break it down. That is so mi re do la so mi do la so mi fa. So mi re do la so mi do la so mi fa. Fa re do ti so fa. So there are also variations. These things are not really fixed. So you do a lot of variations whenever you're playing. So even the slightest tones of can make a difference. So okay, again. So I shifted my hand inward. You can use fa, re, la, do, fa, re. I quickly use this is your fa. You can have your re here, the second finger right here. Fa, re, la, do, ti, so, fa, mi. Fa, re, la, do, ti, so, fa, mi. All right, so another one. All right. You remember how we did do re mi do the other time? So we have do re mi do so do la mi fa fa la la ti. Or you can do do re mi do so do la mi fa fa la la ti la la fa la ti la fa la ti la All right, so let's proceed. Alright, I try to create another kind of ending over there. That's it. This will be very, very interesting if you can. Alright, if you're familiar with Nigeria life very well, you must have heard something like because we make use of it a lot. So you just, it's like you're slurring from your sa to la sa. So now I'm making use of it here. So you need to know. Then you come back to me. So it has to be very fast because you're playing a whole lot of notes in just a little time, okay? Already you know how to play. So, but this time around is we are doing a kind of pull up here. That is holding your part, then re under. Then you now go to so that's what you have there. You might realize that I'm doing a lot of variation there, so that's what I'm telling you. We have a lot of variation. You can't just be stable, like, except you are really, downloading a leak of somebody else, like the rhythm of somebody else. That's when you're permitted to just stay on a particular one, or you are required to stay on just one rhythm. Okay, so that's when you can actually maintain it. But most times you have to do variations. So let's do that again. That is just so I'm still making use of the harmony. Alright, this is to let you know how you can, easily move from your third string down to your second string. For example, you'll be playing. So you just play like, you play this form of your do. That's do, re, mi, mi. I'm playing the duet. Do, re, mi, do, re, mi, mi. So that's what I'm playing. But it's tiny. This is the la, la, do, then la. So do, la, that is but it has the harmony of so. That's why it's sounding more like so. So it's so if you're learning Nigerian, like you need to know how to, you need to know how to roll your fingers like. You learn Nigerian, like you need to know how to roll your finger very well. So, that is so you can do it in any tension that you want. Or so any tension that you want. But you have to know the timing, okay? This is somebody does that is where we stop the letter. So you're adding last of me. Mind you, you want to add last of me. You will start earlier than the way you started on the other one, okay? Like when you want to add, let's say, you want to add, it will be earlier than the way you play, okay? So that's a kind of difference. Then you might not be able to complete. You won't be able to complete that, so it will be shorter. This mini regulars of will be shorter to so like I was saying, if you want to play, if you want to complete the two together, if you want the two to be complete, then you start earlier. Like you start the sub regulars very fast earlier. Okay, let's do the two together. You see? So I'm starting. So earlier than the way I used to do Alright, let's do this last one, okay? This is the bit of the okay. This one you can either do mi do so do la la mi fa do mi do so do mi do so do la la mi fa ba ba can do ba re do mi do so do la la mi fa. You see the way I hold my do mi do so, I'm not even moving my hand from the get. Do mi do so. It's like a chord. Do mi. Sorry, it's a chord, but I'm just playing the arpeggio. I'm just picking it. Do mi do so do la la mi fa ba ba do do or ba ba. Either of the two. Ba re da do ba re ba re da do. That's the hand, but I just hold it as fa then re. Okay, fa re fa. You can also do it as fa. Pull it up. This finger we enter here and so that's how you do it. I really love this. So you can do re mi do so do re mi do so do la la mi fa fa re la do ti la la do re mi do so do la la mi fa fa re la do ti la la do re mi do so do la la mi fa do re mi do re I'm slurring do re ama do re mi do so do re mi do so do la la mi fa fa do do ti la la do do re mi do. So do re mi do mi do so do la la mi fa fa do fa do la do ti la la do do so do la la mi fa fa do ti la la do mi do so do la la mi fa fa do ti la la do mi do so do la la mi fa fa do ti la la do. Okay, so then the next thing is you can just impute, you can put one or two solos before you go back to your reading, your tenor, like you can mix everything together. For example, if you want to put your solo, let's say you have something like then can go high to make your solo. You can go high to make your solo. So you can just do something repeatedly and something that will catch the attention of the audience. Okay, that's one advantage of the guitar. You can always go high. Something that will catch the attention of the audience. Then a repetition, a high note, then you can like that. So you can that's another rhythm. So you can always create as you are playing. You don't need to. So what you just need to do is master like 4 or 5 related rhythms on a particular progression. Then with time, just put your own creativity. Just you can do permutation. Write it down. Let's say you want to do. You just make some ending part can be very constant, like I was doing. You must have noticed that there are some parts that are very constant. Okay. So that place is very constant. So the ending part is very constant. Okay. They are very constant. So it is just the first 2 parts, which is do that can you can do a lot of variation there. So like okay. So that's how you gradually create your own too. Gradually create your own. Okay. So you can start very slow and very little. By just playing just 2 or 4 notes and you are good to go. Just make sure that you repeat the constant parts. That's all. That's just really do so now. So I'm just trying to let you know that it's very simple to create rhythm. You don't need to start with that. You just create 4 notes, increase it. Then what really matters also is the timing. You can change the timing in which you play them. You don't need to play them like you can always do like you see, like I'm trying to create a kind of off timing in my mind, and it's going to make a lot of sense out there, so you get. So that's how you go from one rhythm to another. Just simple notes. Are you telling me that you cannot create two notes for yourself? It's not possible. So you don't need to know a lot of skills. It's just creativity, playing one note, inverting it, permutating, and that's how you get started. And the more you do it, the perfect you become. Okay, that's how it works. There's no logic anywhere, no magic anywhere. That's a simple logic. I hope I've been able to help with this video. Thank you for watching this video.